TwitchCon itself. So if you're here, you can come play it. This is the first time it will ever be seen outside of internal process. So we're very excited about it. We're very ecstatic with what we've done so far.
Oh yeah, we should.
And yeah. So for those of you who aren't familiar with Aberration, Aberration is the 3rd expansion pack. It's the continuation of the story after the island and Scorched Earth. This is a very important expansion pack for us because it's really where we can get into the grit of the story. August 29th, we revealed the end boss, and then you saw the sequence and like what happens after you defeat the AI, the Overseer, and I guess people start to become more interested in the ARK story. Like, hey, this is not just a dinosaur survival game. There is actually a reason why everything is going on.
1 second.
And oh, just 1 second. We're just setting something up. We should just switch out PCs about 10 minutes before the
so we're not actually
stream went live.
Tribe. Did I spell that wrong? Force player to join target tribe 0.
That is right. It's okay. We can just give it to me during the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a feeling the tribe data is not here.
If you're not familiar with the story behind Aberration, it is a derelict malfunction ARK with a focus on with caves and an underground system. There'll be like 4 main biomes, and when you play the map, it will be a very new experience altogether. You'll be playing the biomes you see are very different to what you've experienced so far on the island. The biome you see right now is the fertile chamber, sorry, and it's part of the upper cave system. So as you can see, there's another biome above it, which is the surface, and there's like a crater and a hole, and that's allowed the sunlight to come in. So that's why this area actually has it's very luscious, right?
Yeah.
There's trees and there's mushrooms and there's
huge mushrooms.
Yeah,
and little mushrooms too.
Foliage as well. So this is where everything's growing because it's getting the sunlight. I think a really good part of this is loads of caverns that you can kind of climb, and then there's huge cliffs. So it makes you can see in the background there's a lot of cliffs. Exploring this biome is very fun, especially with the new items we've introduced to this game mode. There's some important gameplay aspects about Aberration which make it very different to the other maps you've played so far. So first of all, outside of the fertile chamber, Aberration is mostly underground, and you're dealing with harsh environments with a lot of radiation. There's a lot of environmental hazards. Like you can deal with poisonous gas. There's poisonous gas. Sorry. You can deal with very extreme sunlight that can burn you. There's noxious gas, and there are these psychedelic mushrooms around. So it's
I cannot get our cheese.
It's pretty different to yeah. 1 second, guys. It's pretty different to the other maps you've experienced so far. With Scorched Earth, we had a lot of weather hazards that were affecting how things work, and then now it's more about the environment. So the plants are dangerous, the animals, and the things there.
Because there's not a lot of weather inside of caves, so we've actually gone through different ways to incorporate localized hazards. So as Jot mentioned, we've got gas, we've got actually one's happening right now.
This is an earthquake that's happening right now.
We are in an earthquake currently. As you can see, we've got bits and pieces falling from the ceiling. There are actually resources that will sometimes fall from the ceiling as well. Yeah. We have one of the new resources is gems will fall from the ceiling, and also rocks that you can just literally go and pick up off the ground, which is pretty neat. I'm not sure if that's the right password.
Right, we need to figure that out real quick. But yeah, so something very important about Aberration is that unlike the other maps, there'll actually be no flyers on this map. We won't be there's gliding mechanics, but there is no flyers, so you won't have a mountable flying creature, and we're focusing more on.
We have this dude. He's
other forms of traveling, yeah. So we'll have oh, sorry.
I'm just gonna walk around over here while we try to figure out we had to switch computers right before this because we weren't able to download the build fast enough on this specific streaming computer. So we're just gonna make do in the meantime. So this build that we're actually playing in, the physical structures build here, was built by here's a gem, by the way. So we got a little purple gem.
So gems are a new resource that you'll find in Aberration. There's actually three different types of gems, and they're used to craft items that the different gems are used to craft different Aberration items.
Crafting ingredients.
Something new that we've just put in for Aberration.
Yeah. there was a purple gem here. I'm going to walk us down here. So this build, we have a great building team that we work with a lot, and they helped us build this really cool structure that's actually utilizing one of the new structures for Aberration, which is the cliff platform, which works very similar to the tree platform, except it's basically a better tier. So it's a stone, and I think it also uses metal, so no more wood. And then you just clip it right into these cliffs like this, and then you can have your little cliff face. That's pretty cool. We also have one of the new items, which is the ladder here, which you can pick up and put it basically wherever you want. And it's also has an adjustable length on it, which is pretty cool. So you can just like attach it to the platform, and then I don't know if you guys remember from the trailer, but it'll actually like unroll as far as it needs to go until it hits the ground, which is pretty cool.
You know what? If you guys just want to give a sec, let's switch to the webcam for a moment. I just want to check on something because we ended up switching computers last minute. One of our passwords isn't working right now, so I just want to make sure why that's the case.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Should say
it's set up there.
While Jed's doing
there
that,
we go.
There
we go. This
because it's the wrong one. That's why.
That work now?
Yeah,
there we go.
We got it. Now I can go back and give us some of the items that I was going to talk about.
There we go. Okay, let's take it back to the game now.
Okay. So I'm gonna head back.
We should head all the way back to the beginning.
Yeah. I'm gonna go back to the beginning. That way I can grab the stuff.
We're wondering like, why wasn't it working? But now everything makes sense now.
Me and Jad, we always use the same password, and then somebody else set this up for us so we could get the stream stuff ready, and just the password was different. What are you doing?
Sorry. There we go. I just wanna that camera up. All right, there we go.
Okay, back at the beginning. I actually want to show something specific now that I have cheats, which is
yes.
In Aberration, this is really neat. We have different variants of all the creatures. So as you can see on the screen, we have aberrant parasaurs, and you're saying to yourself, what does that mean? So I'm going to show it to you. That's time of day. Let's do. That should be dark. Did I do that? Need set time. I spelled time wrong.
Yeah, you missed an E.
Oh boy. So now that it's a little bit darker, you can actually see that these aberrant variants have these really cool patterns on them. And because Aberration is you spend so much time in the dark, we figured, how do we give players a way to get some sense of where they are, or some sense of where the heck are all the creatures in this map? So almost all of the non-specific creatures to Aberration, so like the Parasaur, for example, and there's like the Spino.
Yeah. They all have, not all creatures, but
almost all of them have these cool patterns that kind of glow in the dark, and you can tame them.
Yeah.
Take them places.
And these are the aberrant versions of the creatures. So something to note, on official servers, we won't actually allow people to be bringing on dinos or taking off dinos that aren't Aberration on this specific map. But then that's why we have these aberrant variant creatures. So you can actually still get some of the base game creatures on Aberration.
Yeah. So also we have.
It's like later today I'll release like a list of all the dinos that you can find that aren't new creatures. They're actually like base game creatures that you can find in Aberration.
You guys probably remember this from the trailer. This is our little bulldog. These are called lantern pets, and there's 4 of them. Today we have 2 of them we can show you throughout the day. This is the bulldog. So the bulldog's really cool in that he basically they work as lights, because in Aberration there is this new mechanic called charge, and there are multiple weapons like the flashlight, for example, that will have charge, and these lantern pets all have charge, and you can collect charge by harvesting it. And
it's available. It's a new resource in the environment.
Yeah, it's a new resource.
To get,
So basically the charge keeps you safe, one thing, from the nameless that will come after you in the dark. So you always want to keep one of these little lantern guys with you.
Yeah.
Otherwise they will come after you and you will have a sad time.
Yeah.
So not only are they super, super cute, but they're also necessary to your survival. So we're going to pick up our little bulldog.
Yeah.
And we're going to wear him. And you can see he's on my shoulder now. Isn't he so cute?
Charge is actually very important to Aberration because it affects all the creatures in the environment in a different way based on how much they're exposed to charge. So some creatures can benefit from it. Some creatures are weakened by it. Their defenses are reduced. It'll keep you safe. So it's a very important aspect of Aberration. And you can actually use charge batteries, which can be used to power most electrical structures in the game. And this includes the previous items from Island and Scorched Earth.
So while Jat was talking about that, I got myself a set of hazmat gear. Hazmat gear is needed because as we mentioned, a lot of the hazards of Aberration are things like radiation, things like gas, things like
sunlight if you're on the surface.
Sunlight is actually a hazard once you're up on the surface.
Yeah.
So the hazard suit's going to keep you safe from those elements, outside elements.
To protect you against the environments and the elements. Yeah.
We've also got our climbing picks, which I'm going to equip, and we've got our gliding suit. It's awesome.
So this is very, very important part of Aberration, and a lot of our design was based on this. We intended the map to be created without the use of having like flies and pterodons, quets and pterodons just going everywhere. We wanted people to use new mechanics of traveling, and one example of that would be the gliding system. And we also
new mechanics, but also fun mechanics.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, there's a lot of fun with it. And we also added in the climbing picks and the.
I'm gonna try to show those off real quick. We don't have a ton of time, but I just want to run through. And I will. Oh, actually, let's go up here first, because there's actually another thing up here that you guys will probably remember from the trailer, which is the Zipline, which is right here, which I am not able to use right now, but that's okay. So basically, you would jump up on the Zipline and slide all the way across, and then you would end up at the top there. Instead, I'm actually going to use our glider suit, which you can see right there. And I will just jump off and I'll fly over there. Whee!
It's pretty cool. It's just a lot of fun.
Cool
just like
is you can combine them. So now I've got my picks out. Bam! Now I'm hooked on the wall. Isn't that neat? So this is basically, I would consider like a little.
If you want to get around Aberration, this is how you're going to be traveling.
You're gonna be gliding. You're gonna be using your climbing picks, and we're just gonna climb on up. That easy.
The green tells you, hey, you can actually ascend in this area. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you can't, it'll be a red. There'll be a red. Light instead.
The green also indicates direction, so I can move left and right as well.
Yep.
And of course, upwards.
And then the blue means it's like a hop over, so it allows you to jump up. And then, this is basically the main form of travel in Aberration. You're playing the map, you'll want to get those skills tuned up.
And as you can see while I'm running around, my little Bulbdog has a little circle of light around us. That means that he's basically protecting me in that radius by giving me a light source. So we have one more and then a tease. So we've got some cool creatures over here that I know that tons of people are excited about. So we've got
these are more examples of the aberrant versions of the creatures, the Kano, the Iguanodon.
I know the Iguanodon in particular looks really cute.
Yeah.
But
they're generally your island counterparts, and
I picked the one.
But this is just the Aberration versions of them.
Time update. Oh, it's because it's so lit up over here that you can't see them super well. Actually, you can see when I walk around. You can see that my Bulbdog is lighting things up for me really well. But oh, you can see the Stego. Oh wait, no, that's not the Stego. Never mind. The Stego actually has the lit up plates that are pretty cool.
So
right
these are very cool.
Yeah, why don't you tell me a little bit about these, Jack? So
the RockDrakes are like probably going to be everyone's favorite creature of Aberration. I think they have some very awesome mechanics. So something very cool about them is they actually they prey on the Reapers. So you guys may have known, when you saw the trailer, the Reaper was that big creature at the end that's like scowling. We call them the Xenomorphs back then. And when they're in the vicinity of a Reaper, their like feathers perk up because they get excited. They get to kill a Reaper, and they're pretty cool. They can be tamed, ridden, and you're capable of using them to climb and like climb on walls and ceilings. You can even go upside down, and it doesn't affect you. So you've seen similar mechanics in the game with the Thalico and the Megalania, and this is like a glider version of that. It has a strong pounce and leap that kind of allows it to jump onto. So when you're flying forward, you can use it to like jump onto a wall. It's like a clinging movement. It's like the Thalico's leap, I guess, right? Except this is done like in the middle of the air, and it has its own dive bomb attack. And the way you find these in its own trench area. So similar to how we have the Riven Trench in Scorched Earth, we'll have a trench area for the rock drake.
Look at me go! I'm climbing everywhere. There's also that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the cloaking.
That is pretty cool. You'll even see wild ones that are stealth and.
Yeah, it's pretty scary when you find one in the wild and they're cloaked up and they just like attack you and you're like, ah, what's happening?
Yeah. They're pretty tough, so you want to be careful when you come across one in the wild. And they're just really beautiful. Like, just
oh yeah,
the feathers are stunning.
You can see like the progression that the team has gone through from like the Thylaco to the Megalania now to this, just how much improvement has been made from all that practice. And this thing's pretty darn fun. So we're gonna wrap up pretty soon here. I want to take us through a little oh wait, here's the Iguanodon, by the way. Isn't that neat? Look at how cool that looks when it's all lit up. So I'm gonna actually use the glider for this because I think it looks really cool. Me and my Bulbdog. Actually, yeah, let's do that. So we're gonna take a little. Oh, actually, let's stop here really quick. I have cheats on, so I shouldn't die. Oh.
God,
well, that was rude.
Yeah.
Will he let me go if I do that? Oh, no, he's not gonna. Let me go! How dare you!
You just have to cheat kill it. Just get rid of it. There you go.
Sorry, dude. It had to come to this. So this is our gas. Woo! Hello. Earthquake. So there's a new item that you're gonna be using. A
gas collector.
Yes, gas collector. You put that on there. You can farm gas like that. It's actually toxic. The only reason that I'm not experiencing side effects of that is because I have micro hazard protection, and yeah, it's keeping me safe.
So we spoke about the fertile chamber earlier on, and this is the area we've been in previously. Another biome that is actually really gorgeous
over here.
And very, very cool is bioluminescence area, and
we're gonna take a little tease of it because I want people.
We
to
won't
come
show
back.
you too much. There are going to be streamers streaming throughout the day, showing off their experiences of Aberration, and they're going to be doing their own exploring and revealing stuff. So we'll give you a little sneak peek, and then we'll have them do. They'll have their own fun later today.
I'm actually
going to see more of it.
Climb over here first. Can I climb over here? There we go.
There you go.
Thank you. So. Now I can actually fly properly. So this, dun, da, 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 ready? All right. Whee! Here we go.
So this is the bioluminescence chamber.
This is like my favorite. It reminds me so much of like Avatar, for example. It's so pretty.
It's pretty fun. We actually have something very special here.
Oh, actually, before Jet says that, you can actually see some glow bugs up on my left side right there. I just want to point those out.
Yeah. For TwitchCon, we put in a little challenge for anyone who is actually attending the show. There is a Reaper Queen in the chamber, and if anyone is able to, successfully do it, we'd be very impressed. It's not an easy fight, so there is one already set up on the minimap for you to fight.
I mean, she is quite the beast.
Yeah,
so
you're probably gonna need a.
If somebody does that, I want to come and watch
streamer
them
does it live. I'd like for a streamer to do it live on Twitch. I mean, Rockzilla's here later on. Maybe he's the guy to do it.
No, I can't climb on that one. I fell. Oh, there's a crab over there. There's actually crabs in the water too.
Yeah.
And eels and all kinds of stuff. So this is a quick peek at the bioluminescence chamber. I think Jet and I are going to be wrapping up pretty soon because we have a stream.